Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You are watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Carrie Roper. Welcome to 7 at 7 p.m. for Thursday, January 21st. We're bringing you 7 minutes of non-stop local news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Our top story tonight is sponsored by Carnegie Heights. A federal response team has joined the investigation into the cause of a large fire at an apartment complex under construction that took place late Monday. The ATF is assisting the county into finding out what ignited the blaze at the 206-unit complex, forcing evacuations of nearby homes and apartments. The response team is designed to help investigators with significant arson and explosives incidents, but the ATF team's presence does not mean the fire is being viewed as suspicious at this point. Damage was estimated between $25 to $30 million.
President Trump just commuted your dad's sentence.
That was Kyle Komodo's family reacting to the news that former President Donald Trump had commuted Komodo's 29-year sentence related to his involvement in a telemarketing scheme. He only served 12 years in a California prison when Ivanka Trump and the singer Jewel delivered the news late Tuesday. The Clark County Teachers Union has filed a state ethics complaint stating a new school board trustee has conflicts of interest related to her employment with a rival union. Renee Summerer has the latest. Renee?
That's right, Carrie. The Clark County Education Association announced on Twitter that it had filed a formal complaint with the Nevada Commission on Ethics about Lisa Guzman's employment relation to the Nevada State Education Association and its affiliate. RJ Education reporter Julie Wooten-Greener explains what this means for Guzman and CCSD.
They're basically concerned about Lisa Guzman's employment with a rival union, and they think that's going to create a conflict of interest for her on the school board.
For more on this developing story, log on to lvrj.com. Carrie?
And a Northwest Las Vegas convenience store had its doors torn off early Thursday when someone drove a car into them. Police said a man got into an argument with a clerk at the Arco Rebel store on West Lake Mead Boulevard, then got into his vehicle and drove it through the doors of the store. The clerk was not injured and the driver was taken into custody. And now it's time for your weather update, and I hope you enjoyed the sunshine today because the next several days until late next week are looking to be overcast and much cooler. Today's high was around 66 degrees, and we can expect temperatures to dip down to the low 40s, but tomorrow is looking to bring wind, clouds, and a 40% chance of rain. The high should stay in the mid-60s, though will likely stay in the 50s this weekend with a slight chance of more rain. In your business news sponsored by the Vegas Chamber, the popular Preview Las Vegas event has gone virtual this year. LVCVA President and CEO Steve Hill was one of the speakers at the event put on by the Vegas Chamber, and he spoke about how the workforce has shifted and why that may be in Las Vegas's benefit.
While working from home has worked well for them, they're going to want to get back together with their employees on maybe a more regular basis. And really, there is no better place for that workforce. The ease of being able to get here, the value that Las Vegas provides, I think provides opportunity because of the work from home phenomenon.
With the ongoing pandemic impacting Las Vegas tourism, room tax revenue dedicated to paying the public's contribution of Allegiant Stadium is behind. Review Journal's Mick Akers breaks it down.
The latest room tax revenue volume shows that it's generated $1.17 million, which is down 72% from November 2019. Now it's down about $14.24 million between the same time last year for fiscal year 2021. So that's July through November so far. So, it's kind of continuing the trend that it saw, starting in March, where room tax declined and they had to dip into the reserve fund to make their bond payment in December.
Sports, sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company. With your sports update, I'm Cassie SOTO. The Golden Knights are 4-0 for the first time in franchise history after defeating the Arizona Coyotes 5-2 on Wednesday night. Now, the team will hit the road for the first time this season and have been made fully aware of the COVID-19 protocols they will have to adhere to.
So it's a little stricter than obviously we're used to, and we're going to be locked down pretty tight, especially on the road. But I mean, guys will bring Xboxes, books, Netflix, iPads, whatever they want to do to keep themselves busy. And It shouldn't be too big of an issue.
Here's your sports betting update. The AFC and NFC champions won't be crowned until Sunday, but the lines are already out on all 4 possible Super Bowl matchups. The Kansas City Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites over the Green Bay Packers at the Westgate and 3-point favorites over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Packers are 1-point favorites over the Buffalo Bills, and the line is pick'em for the Bills and Bucks. All 4 totals are 54 points or more, with the Chiefs and Packers showdown the highest at 57.
Well, 4 years later, former clients who had millions stolen by Las Vegas estate lawyer Robert Graham for his own personal use have not seen a penny. While Graham is serving time behind bars, those he stole from want more. Review Journal's Arthur Kane explains.
Those clients filed a bankruptcy claim against him to try to recover the assets. It's been 4 years. The victims are pretty upset that it's been this long and they haven't received anything and they're not getting any responses from the trustee who's assigned to the case. So they're just kind of saying, look, it was filed almost exactly 4 years ago. Why aren't we hearing anything? Why aren't we getting any money?
In your health news, UNLV School of Medicine is continuing construction on a new medical education building despite Governor Steve Sisolak's announced budget cuts.
The 135,000 square foot facility is part of the medical school's first permanent facility and is estimated to cost $125 million. In a statement Tuesday, the Nevada Health and Bioscience Corporation expressed gratitude in the construction's continued support and progress, saying, "We recognize the significance of the governor's decision during these unprecedented times and are grateful for his leadership." The new building will be located on Shadow Lane in central Las Vegas and is scheduled for completion in summer of 2022.
Public health officials announced today that the CASHMAN Center will close for COVID-19 vaccinations this Friday through Sunday. Vaccinations will resume next week for seniors and other priority groups as detailed in the state's guidelines. Appointments can be made at snhd.info/COVID. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, for the 3rd year in a row, the City of Henderson's animal shelter has been classified as a no-kill shelter. More than 90% of the animals brought into the shelter in 2020 either found new homes or were returned home. Now it's time for your entertainment news. FLM Chocolates is taking reservations for its Lights of Love Valentine's display through February 14th. Tickets are only $5 for a group of up to 6 people, with the money being donated to 3 Square Food Bank. That's all for today's 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. I'm Carrie Roper. Thanks for being here with us. And remember, we're continuing to bring you 7 minutes of non-stop local news every weekday at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. You can catch all the latest on our RJ mobile app, Facebook, Roku, and of course, lvrj.com. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Have a great night.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by attorney Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update is sponsored by Pro Group Management. You are watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.